Ladies and gentlemen, this time it's for real. The commencement exercises will begin in a few moments. Because of the weather, we meet here for commencement 2009 instead of Alumni Lawn. This is a very rare occurrence. This is only the third time in 38 years that we have had ceremonies here in Memorial Gymnasium. Commencement takes a year in planning. It takes 3 weeks in setting up the various sites. And on the day of commencement, it needs at least a 5-hour lag time for preparation. That's why we're meeting here at this time. Let me inform you of 4 matters. There will be official photographers at all degree ceremonies taking a picture in color of each graduate with the chancellor or the appropriate dean. We ask that all persons, including those taking pictures, refrain from approaching the platform so that the ceremony will not be disrupted and the view of others will not be blocked. If you are leaving Memorial Gymnasium and going to one of the graduate or professional ceremonies and are uncertain as to exactly where to go, there is a map showing the location of the ceremonies on the inside back cover of your program. There are also 2 information centers in the north and south lobbies, the lobbies to my right and left, respectively. Please note, all graduates receiving bachelor's degrees remain here in the gymnasium to receive their diplomas. If you are going to the Peabody campus for a ceremony there are Metro police officers on 21st Avenue to assist you in your safe passage across that busy street. You may also traverse the 21st Avenue Bridge. Lastly, please let me remind you of the necessity for keeping the gym floor clear. Thank you.
The Vanderbilt experience has just been a huge learning experience. Every year, every day, I learn something new.
I really found where my passion lay, and the classes have just really been so interesting, and they've really shaped where I'm going to go in the future.
For me, the people and community at Vanderbilt is wonderful because it is intellectually challenging, and I have met people with different goals and from different backgrounds, and people that I can argue with and then still laugh with and have a good time with.
Vanderbilt's taught me to think critically. It's taught me to enjoy learning.
I've grown so much more for being away from my parents and just learned about who I am as a person and what my purpose is in life.
The best part of my experience here at Vanderbilt has definitely been able to balance my academic life and my social life and kind of merge them together and being able to really be happy in both worlds.
Vanderbilt has definitely prepared me to change the world. I'm an HFD major and my concentration was in international leadership and development. And from the classes that I was able to take, I was able to learn more about what's going on in the world and about how I can impact the world.
I have great friends heading to Australia next year, heading to Africa, going to Washington, D.C., all pursuing their heart's desire. And it's really amazing to see so many people really following their dreams and running after them so strong-hearted.
Vanderbilt is a party. A big party.
It's been really challenging, but at the same time very rewarding.
It's the most memorable experience of my life.
I just couldn't imagine a better college experience.
Please pray with me. O Holy One, sacred source of all that is good and beautiful and excellent, we ask your presence with us as we affirm the lives and the achievements of those whom we have gathered here to honor. Help us to remember with humility the many gifts we have been given and the heavy obligations that our privilege demands of us. As we praise works that have been so impressively completed, help us to remember those whose very lives depend on the quality of our labor, the generosity of our spirits, and the preservation of our common world. As we sit together in peace and bounty, let us remember those for whom peace and bounty are only a hope or a wish. Be with these graduates, these precious children, our brothers and sisters, our partners and family members and friends, as they move through these most promising and daunting days of transition. May their journey into the next calling of their lives be blessed with wonder and creativity and the security that only deep connections to others and to the earth itself can offer. Help them to focus radically on those truths they hold most dearly, to enact those truths in their work and in their lives. And may we all be given the gift of gratitude as we leave from this place. Be with us now as we celebrate. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2009, families and friends, today marks one of the most significant occasions in the life of our great university. Today, we pay tribute to the ideas, the intellectual contributions, and the achievements of these graduates. We celebrate their acts of compassion, both large and small, which will forever leave their imprint on this university. We celebrate their bright and promising futures and the immeasurable impact they will have on our world. Just as this morning's ceremony completes the 134th year of classes at Vanderbilt and the 135th year since the founding of the university. For you, the class of 2009, this commencement completes a chapter, an important chapter in your lives. Today is not, however, an ending. As a result of your investment of time in this university, your willingness to open up and share yourselves as unique individuals, and the personal interest and genuine concern for you that these actions have engendered, there will forever exist an enduring bond between you and Vanderbilt. Commencement, an occasion for our entire community, students and their families, faculty and staff, generations of our alumni, and lifelong friends to come together physically and metaphorically to celebrate the transformation that occurs when bright, new, eager minds commit themselves to bettering not only themselves, but also to the world around them. It is my great honor today to confer these degrees to our graduate, professional, and undergraduate students, for commencement represents the ultimate fulfillment of Vanderbilt's mission to discover new truth and render more efficient service to the generations yet to come. Vanderbilt is overseen with great wisdom and the sage leadership of our Board of Trust by Mrs. Martha Ingram, who is our board chairman, and other members of the board who are present with us this morning. Commencement presents a perfect occasion to thank them for their stewardship, their commitment to, and guidance of our beloved universities. Would our trustees please stand to be recognized, and will you join me in saluting them now? It is also my great honor to acknowledge a very special group of the university's alumni. They are here celebrating with us today, not their graduation, but their 50th reunion. This is the class of 1959. Their presence is symbolic of the traditions, the rich history of this university, and the strong connection between our past, our present, and our bright future. Also present with us today is the president of the Alumni Association, who works to engage and to utilize the involvement of Vanderbilt's more than 122,000 alumni. Would you please join me in recognizing the president of our Alumni Association and the members of the class of 1959. This special morning, the graduates of the class of 2009 will join the distinguished ranks of our alumni and further enrich the vibrancy and diversity of this multi-talented, multifaceted group of educated leaders and citizens. I would now like to recognize the commitment of the men and women who comprise Vanderbilt's world-renowned faculty. Our faculty members have invested many, many hours in teaching, in mentoring, in advising and counseling to bring you, our students, to this moment. And they also deserve to be honored. Members of the faculty, would you please stand so that we may properly recognize you? Graduates, faculty members, guests, please join me as well in recognizing another important group. In keeping with the great tradition of celebrating our alumni faculty, we need to recognize their deep and abiding commitment to the university. Retiring members of Vanderbilt's faculty are recognized with the special title of Emerita or Emeritus by the Board of Trust. The Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Richard McCarty, and Vice Chancellor for Health Affairs, Harry Jacobson, will now present their faculty.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the Professors Emeriti from the College of Arts and Science, the School of Engineering, the Law School, and the Owen Graduate School of Management. I ask that they rise and remain standing as I call their names. Robert Belton, John Bruce, James Ely Jr., Richard Oliver, William Smith, and Taylor Wang.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the Professors Emeriti from the School of Medicine. I will ask them to rise and remain standing while I call their names. I'm happy to present Dr. George Bolian, Dr. James Snell, and unable to be with us, Dr. Carl Hellerquist, Dr. Alexander Lawton III, Dr. Samuel Marney Jr., and Dr. David Ong.
I am pleased and honored to recognize the Professors Emeriti. Let's again please join me in thanking all of Vanderbilt's Emeriti for their contributions to this university. At this general ceremony, Founders Medals will be awarded, and all degrees will be confirmed, after which time the recipients of the graduate professional degrees will depart with their faculties and friends to receive their diplomas in separate ceremonies. All undergraduates receiving degrees from the College of Arts and Science, the Blair School of Music, the School of Engineering, and Peabody College will receive their diplomas from this platform. And now we have arrived at that greatly anticipated moment you have all worked very diligently toward, the conferral of your academic degrees. The charges that I will read are a legacy that comes to us from the tenure of Chancellor Alexander Hurd. They are imparted to every graduate of Vanderbilt University. In receiving them, you are joined to a lineage that precedes you, that will endure after you, and which flourishes because of you. First, Dean Carolyn Dever will present the candidates for the degrees offered by the College of Arts and Science.
Will the candidates from the College of Arts and Science please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the College of Arts and Science for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I salute you for your academic achievements and distinctions in the name of an educated society. I welcome you to all of the obligations and privileges of educated men and women. Please be seated. Congratulations. I will ask Dean Mark Waite to present the candidates for the degrees of the Blair School of Music. Dean Waite.
Will the candidates from the Blair School of Music please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the Blair School of Music for the degrees of Bachelor of Music and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I salute you, the academic distinction you have earned in your study of the art of music, and commend the use of your skills and knowledge to the exaltation of the human spirit and the preservation of human culture. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dean Kenneth Galloway will present the candidates for the degrees of the School of Engineering. Dean Galloway.
Will the candidates from the School of Engineering please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the School of Engineering for the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Science, and Master of Engineering and are recommended by the faculty for those degrees.
I congratulate you on the academic and professional foundations you have built for yourselves and commend the use of your exceptional training in the building of a better world for all people. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dean Camilla Bembo will present the candidates for the degrees of Peabody College.
Will the candidates from the Peabody College of Education and Human Development please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the Peabody College for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Master of Education, Master of Public Policy, and Doctor of Education, and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I salute you, your academic achievements and distinctions, and commend the use of your training, your art, and your skill to the continued creation and the sustenance of an enlightened and literate society. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dean Colleen Conway Welch will now present candidates for the degrees of the School of Nursing.
Will the candidates from the School of Nursing please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the unique honor of enthusiastically presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the School of Nursing for the degree Master of Science in Nursing and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I congratulate you, the academic and professional distinction you have earned, and commend the use of your arts and your sciences to the healing care of humankind. Congratulations, and please be seated. I will now call upon Dean Jim Bradford to present candidates for the degrees of the Owen Graduate School of Management.
Mr. Chancellor, will the candidates for the Owen Graduate School of Management please stand? I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the Owen Graduate School of Management for the degrees of Masters of Business Administration, Masters of Finance, and Masters of Accountancy, and are recommended by the faculty for those respective degrees.
I think, Jim, you need to buy a Commodore Club membership for those kids.
I'll work on it.
I congratulate you on the skills and distinction you have attained and commend the application of your advanced knowledge to the better management of society and society's institutions. Congratulations, and please be seated. Now, Dean Jim Hudnup-Boimler will present candidates for the degrees of the Divinity School.
Will the candidates from the Divinity School please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the Divinity School for the degrees of Master of Divinity and Master of Theological Studies and are recommended by the faculty for those respective degrees.
I congratulate you, the educational distinction you have earned, and commend to each of you a life of learned ministry and teaching to the spiritual welfare of our humanity. Congratulations, and please be seated. I now call upon Dean Ed Rubin to present the candidates for the degrees of the School of Law.
Will the candidates from the law school please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the law school for the degrees of Doctor of Jurisprudence and Master of Law, and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I am pleased to congratulate you on your command of the ways of justice and how is it attained, and I commend your exceptional training to advancement of a just social order. Congratulations, and please be seated. Associate Vice Chancellor and Dean Jeff Balzer will now present candidates for the degrees of the School of Medicine.
Will the candidates of the School of Medicine please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the School of Medicine for the degrees of Master of Education of the Deaf, Master of Science in Laboratory Investigation, Master of Medical Physics, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Clinical Investigation, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Medicine, and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
Well, Jeff, I think they're very anxious to move on. I congratulate you on your distinguished attainment to the role of physician and caring individual, and commend to you the lives of healing in service to the welfare of humankind. Congratulations, and please be seated. Finally, Associate Provost and Dean Dennis Hall will present candidates for all the degrees of the graduate school.
Will the candidates from the graduate school please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students who have fulfilled the requirements established by the faculty of the graduate school for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Liberal Arts and Science, Master of Fine Arts, and Doctor of Philosophy, and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
I congratulate each of you on the advanced academic standing you have earned and commend you to the advancement of an educated society. I welcome you into the ancient and universal company of scholars. Congratulations, and please be seated. Now, will the candidates for the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy please stand again for particular notice? And will the deans on this platform who have candidates receiving this degree also stand to honor these recipients? The Philosophiae Doctor is the highest degree a university can bestow. Candidates, would you please turn to the audience to receive their warm appreciation, and certainly Vanderbilt's, for our and your highest accomplishments. It is with great pleasure that I invite all of you who have been presented degrees to now rise to have your degrees conferred. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trust of Vanderbilt University and by the vote of the faculties, I confer upon each of you degrees for which you have qualified and extend to you the very best wishes of your alma mater, now and for all the days of your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing these remarkable graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Awarding of the Founders Medals represents a historic tradition spanning 132 years. These awards were endowed by Cornelius Vanderbilt in their very first year of presentation in 1877, and thus became known as Founders Medals. Today, the presentation of the Founders Medals continues that tradition of honoring the student graduating with first honors from each of Vanderbilt's schools. The dean of each school will assist me in bestowing the medal on the honoree from that school. Will the Founders Medalist for the year 2009 please approach the stage? The Founders Medal for the College of Arts and Science is awarded to Meredith Sellers, who graduates with a Bachelor of Arts with a double major in anthropology and biological science. She is a recipient of the Harold Sterling Vanderbilt Scholarship, a member of Alpha Lambda Delta and Phi Eta Sigma Honor Societies, and has qualified for Phi Beta Kappa Awards. As a college scholar in the College of Arts and Science, Meredith's academic career has centered on a keen interest in the human condition from both biological and cultural aspects. Sparked by a study abroad trip to Mexico, she embarked on a quest to understand the effects of health and disease on a society and their influence on cultural practices, social organization, and the experience of religion and magic. Driven by what her professors describe as a genuine curiosity, a passion for learning, Meredith also developed a keen passion for research in the biological sciences, which led her to her involvement in a project focused on the molecular mechanism by which cancer cells migrate. In her research as an undergraduate, Meredith collected a significant amount of data and co-authored a manuscript that will soon be submitted to a journal for publication. Not only is it rare for an undergraduate to co-author a publication of this complexity, it is important to note that understanding the molecular basis of cancer cell migration is critical for developing new therapies to inhibit tumor cell invasion and metastasis. Meredith's interest in what makes human function on both a physiological level and a cultural level has steered her towards a career in medicine. And she will continue her studies, I'm pleased to say, at Vanderbilt University School of Medicine this fall. Meredith, please accept our congratulations and our very best wishes in pursuing your interest in health, culture, and research. The Founders Medal for the Blair School of Music is awarded to Catherine Moradith, who is graduating with a double major in music composition theory and East Asian studies, as well as a double minor in piano performance and Chinese. Catherine has found numerous creative ways to connect her many interests in music, in Chinese language, and Chinese culture. In 2007, she assisted in the founding of the first Chinese-American International Piano Institute, hosted by the Sichuan Conservatory of Music of China. However, Catherine's musically related travels are not confined to China. Last year, she participated in a week-long exchange program at the Royal Academy of Music in London. Closer to home, Catherine teaches Chinese at the Nashville Chinese School and tutors at the Vanderbilt University Language Center. In her spare time, she's learning Arabic. Catherine recently served as a delegate in the Forum for American Chinese Exchange at Stanford University, and she will attend the second part of this conference in Beijing in November. Among Catherine's many, many awards are the Theodore Presser Award for exemplifying excellence both musically and academically, the Margaret Branscombe Prize for exemplifying the spirit and the standards of the Blair School, and she has won the composition competition. After graduation, Catherine will embark on a year of travel, reflection, and study as the recipient of the distinguished Michael B. Keegan Traveling Fellowship. She will pursue collaborative musical composition in China, Egypt, India, the United Kingdom, and destinations yet to be decided. Congratulations, Catherine. The Founders Medal for the School of Engineering is awarded to Arunan Shandurasha. He graduates with a degree in biomedical engineering. As a Harold Sterling Vanderbilt Scholar, Arunan embodies the university's focus on trans-institutional collaboration through his involvement in several research projects between the Department of Biomedical Engineering and Biological Sciences, developing and optimizing microscale tools for cellular biology. His academic accomplishments are many and include presenting his work through the National Conference of the Biomedical Engineering Society. He has also received a prestigious Goldwater Scholarship for his potential in research and was inducted into the Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society. A passion for helping others fueled Arunan's service as president of the Global Health Council, a role in which he worked to bring inspiring and insightful speakers and service opportunities to the campus. As a founding member of the board of Unite for Sight, he developed programming for Highland Quad as a Vanderbilt Student Government Area Coordinator. Through his participation in Alternative Spring Break and service organizations, the Loop and Vanderbilt Students for Volunteering for Science, he has shared his knowledge with those youngsters in grades K through 12 in our local schools. He has aided our greater community in so many ways. He will continue to study in graduate school, and he will continue his research he began as an undergraduate, completing a research-based master's degree in biomedical engineering at Vanderbilt University, and he's getting that done by August of 2009. So much for summer vacation. This fall, after that, he will begin a PhD program in bioengineering at the University of California at Berkeley, where he hopes to develop and design diagnostic devices for applications in global health. We are so proud to recognize these and so many other accomplishments with the School of Engineering's very highest academic honor. Congratulations, Arunan. The Founders Medal for Peabody College of Education and Human Development is awarded to Scott Brown. Scott graduates with a double major in Human and Organizational Development and Economics, and a minor in Financial Economics. As a Peabody Scholar, Scott participated in a summer-long program in Beijing, studying Chinese language and culture, and he focused his research efforts on the availability of educational opportunities for children of urban migrants. His volunteer service aiding the homeless population at the Nashville Rescue Mission kindled his decision to become involved in a research project at Peabody's Center for Community Studies. The purpose of the center is to bring together academic researchers and community partners in true interdisciplinary fashion to define, analyze, and address the major challenges facing our society. Scott's experience at the rescue mission raised his awareness of the acute societal costs, in actual dollars, but in that lost human potential. His research efforts with the center represent Scott's caring spirit, as well as his analytical, practical side to find, propose, and institute solutions for positive change. He is an active member of Reformed University Fellowship. His favorite leisure activity is streaming indie rock, bluegrass, and jazz as a DJ host for our own WRVU's Gold Sound show. Scott will remain at Vanderbilt for the coming academic year to pursue a master's degree in community development and action at Peabody. Scott, our hearty congratulations. The Founders Medal for the Vanderbilt School of Nursing is awarded to Nancy Lancaster, who graduates with a Master of Science in Nursing. Nancy also received a bachelor's degree in Human Organization and Development from Vanderbilt in 2000. After earning her undergraduate degree, Nancy moved to Chicago to embark on a career in business. Although her ascent in the fields of organization and management quickly led to the position of supervising many employees, she realizes she wanted something more from her professional life. Thus, it was in 2006 that she returned to Nashville, returned to Vanderbilt to take what she calls her leap of faith, leaving a very, very successful 6-year career in the business world to return to the Vanderbilt School of Nursing. During Nancy's first semester in the School of Nursing, she developed an interest in palliative care, and she was introduced to clinical nursing, where she learned that the power of the touch and the importance of one's physical presence can be, under some circumstances, more therapeutic than the most innovative of pharmacological regimens. In 2007-2008, Nancy was awarded the Julia Herford Alumni Society Scholarship, which is awarded annually to a Vanderbilt School of Nursing student who exemplifies academic excellence and leadership in the field of nursing. Receiving the Julia Herford Scholarship remains Nancy's proudest academic accomplishment. After completing her course of study at Vanderbilt in August 2008, Nancy returned to Chicago and she began work in a community hospital where she fulfilled the requirements of a nurse residency program, and she became a member of the intensive care unit nursing team. Outside of the hospital, Nancy is actively involved in community health, a clinic that provides free primary health care to members of the community who are uninsured and living below the poverty level. She also volunteers with the Franciscan Outreach Shelter, a nonprofit organization that provides food, shelter, and case management services to Chicago's homeless population. A member of several professional nursing organizations, Nancy Lancaster represents Vanderbilt University School of Nursing at an exemplary level. And we are very, very proud to present her today with this Founders Medal. Congratulations, Nancy. The Founders Medal for the Owen Graduate School of Madison is awarded to Justin Steiner. After graduating cum laude with a degree in computer information systems from James Madison University in Virginia, Justin entered the workforce as a systems integration consultant with Accenture, a global management consulting technology services and outsourcing company in their Washington, D.C. office. During his 7-year career with the firm, he gained valuable experience in the global business world, working extensively with international teams in Manila and Bangalore, helping clients streamline their IT development functions. While living in our nation's capital, Justin also participated in DC Cares, serving as the lead coordinator of volunteerism and county philanthropy of the greater Washington area. Ever motivated by a strong desire to develop himself personally and professionally, Justin made the decision to leave his very successful career, move to Nashville, and enroll in Owen to pursue a master's degree in business administration. We're thrilled you did. He was selected as a Dean Scholar finalist, which is the very top recognition given to an incoming Owen student. He was also awarded the Anderson Scholarship, endowed by the Rose Marie and Andrew Johnson Foundation. As a result of a stellar academic performance in his first year, Justin received the Bruce D. Henderson Scholarship for highest honors in the MBA class. Justin's active participation in the entrepreneurship, operations, and consulting clubs also contributed to his strong leadership skills and further broadened his amazing strategic management experience. Justin has accepted a position with North Highland Company, a consulting firm in their local office, and I'm pleased to say he will remain in Nashville after graduation. Justin, it is my honor to award you with the Owen Graduate School of Management Founders Medal and offer you my deepest congratulations. The Founders Medal for the Vanderbilt Divinity School is awarded to Myrick Chanel Jr. Myrick distinguishes himself as the first student in our university's history to earn concurrently the Master of Divinity degree and the Doctor of Medicine degree. In only 6 years, for the past 6 academic years, this remarkable individual has explored the important intersection between the disciplines of theology and medicine. As a volunteer at the Siloam Family Health Center in Nashville, Myrick embodied the mission of the Divinity School by providing health care to the uninsured, participating in this ministry of health for individuals who, due to financial, cultural, or language barriers, simply fall between the cracks of our healthcare system. Myrick's compassionate care helped provide a safety net to so many whose medical and spiritual needs otherwise would have been neglected or worse, unmet. As a representative of the Divinity School's chapter of the United Methodist Student Association, his service has been instrumental in organizing covenant disciple groups in the tradition of the 18th century Wesleyan meetings. The members provide mutual support and accountability in their practice of devotion, justice, and mercy. A member of Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society, Myrick's scholarship has already been published in 3 medical journals: Pediatrics, the Journal of Trauma, and the Journal of Pediatric Surgery. The faculty of the Divinity School awarded him the Mark of Honors for his paper titled Wiping Rachel's Tears, a Wesleyan response to the suffering and death of children. After graduation, Myrick will begin his residency in general surgery at Vanderbilt University Medical Center while continuing to serve the United Methodist Church as a certified candidate for ordination. Congratulations, Myrick, for making history. The Founders Medalist for the Vanderbilt Law School is Tori Hodges Lewis. Tori is a Harold Sterling Vanderbilt Scholar and a Vanderbilt Honors Scholar. During her time in the law school, she has served as the executive editor of the Vanderbilt Law Review. She received the Morgan Prize for Excellence in Student Writing and the Lightfoot, Franklin, and White Best Oralist Award for her legal writing section. Based on her excellent combined scores of her written appellate brief and presentation of 2 rounds of oral arguments before a panel of judges, she was selected as well for the Vanderbilt Moot Court Board. Serving on the leadership team of the Christian Legal Society, Tori actively participated in this independent, non-denominational organization whose goal is to provide fellowship and learning opportunities. A member also of the Vanderbilt Trial Advocacy Society, she has served as well in the Legal Aid Society as a pro bono volunteer. In addition, she has served as a member of the Moot Court Traveling Team. Through her participation with Compassion International, Tori also supports a sponsored child in Indonesia. After graduation, this remarkable individual will serve as a law clerk to the Honorable Leon Holmes of the Eastern District of Arkansas. Tori, congratulations on your many, many accomplishments. The Founders Medalist for the Vanderbilt School of Medicine is awarded to Brunessa Lindemann. During her time at Vanderbilt, Brunessa has been actively involved in the Community Health Emphasis Program, an initiative of the Vanderbilt Center for Health Services, which allows medical students to gain specialized knowledge and experience while making significant contributions to community health. In her emphasis project, Brunessa focused on the integration of complementary and alternative therapies with traditional allopathic techniques. Thanks to her service on the Planning Committee and her 2-year term as chair of the Student Emphasis Advisory Committee, Brunessa's dedicated engagement has impacted positive change in both the curriculum offered through the Community Health Emphasis Program and, of course, the resulting benefit rendered to members of our community who are often underserved in their healthcare needs. She has also pursued a clinical research project in the Department of Thoracic Surgery with a focus on exploring the post-surgery outcomes for patients with advanced lung cancer. This led to findings that argue for the revision of the current staging guidelines, which she has now presented at a national meeting. Throughout her years of medical training, Brunessa has demonstrated a strong interest in medical education progress and process. Serving as the chair of the Curriculum Committee, she played a significant role in the shaping of the curriculum revision and made meaningful contributions to our great School of Medicine. Clearly evident in her work as a student affiliate advisor and through her mentorship of undergraduate students interested in medicine, Brunessa possesses an intense and deep passion for simply helping others. In her spare time, she collects unused OR supplies to send to developing nations. Unused, I emphasize. In recognition of her achievements, Vanessa was selected for membership in the prestigious Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and served as the co-chair of the Vanderbilt chapter. Congratulations, Vanessa. We wish you all well as you enter your residency in general surgery at Johns Hopkins University. Ladies and gentlemen, these Founders Medalists and all of the extraordinary men and women who graduate today would never have reached this point in their journey without the love, the support of their parents and grandparents and of their families and their many friends. Graduate, it is the encouragement and commitment of those who have stood behind you and believed in you on this journey that we also recognize today. Therefore, I would like to thank all of those who have entrusted us with these exceptional young people. Graduates, would you please join me in applause for those many individuals whose steadfast and unwavering support has helped you reach this great milestone. We gather here today, this wonderful day of hope, celebration, and recognition, as we have for over 100 years, to send our graduates off into our world, into our great nation. They graduate at a critical point in history, where the circumstances that define their entry point, their commencement, have been largely beyond their power to shape. Even with their devotion to serve others, to engage our world, to be active, caring citizens, these graduates will enter a society shaped by others. We should expect this to be true, for history is defined by powerful surface and tectonic forces that are distant and past. We do no justice by understating the challenges these fine young people will face as they leave us and this special, sacred ground. Our world and our nation face historic financial and political problems with choices of enormous and perhaps unknown consequence ahead. Yet through our 135 years, each class has commenced its journey at points that it could not define. Some left in times of turmoil, war, or recession. Others in times of great prosperity and peace. Those who left in turmoil over time felt the warm glow of peace and prosperity, while those with the boost of prosperity managed and led through times of hardship and great uncertainty. As we look out on your faces, yes, part of us wants you to be here longer in our caring and warm embrace. You are our students. You are my students. We have taught you. You have taught us. You have discovered with us, and you have cured and cared with us. But we also know that it is your time to lead, to shape this world and our nation's future. While we cannot but wish for better times ahead, we can also be steadfast in the knowledge that you, our Vanderbilt graduates, will serve and lead in timeless, innovative, and virtuous ways. We know our nation's and our world's future are far brighter because of what we do here today. History does construct the times in which we celebrate. There are some things, however, that don't change. The beauty of the campus, a warm, sweaty gym, the progress of discovery, and many academic achievements. The architecture around the campus we love and embrace as collegiate Gothic. and now this dual sense of endings and beginnings. Most important and most enduring over time is that deep love, that affection, that hope and sacrifice of all your families, all your friends who gather with us today. The sense of pride they have, this fulfillment, this reaffirmation, this reenactment of the American dream for all are as sustaining, as renewing, and fulfilling to them as are all of your accolades and many successes in academics. You feel exhilarated as you sit here waiting to walk across the stage to accept your degree. But it is equally meaningful for all here with you to see a daughter, a son, a niece, or a grandchild walk across the stage in this celebration of love, of human potential, and the blessing of our future. It is also their time of fulfillment, of hope, their own feeling that what they have done, yes, the choices they have made, are good, are noble. Let me thank again your families for what they have done for you, for Vanderbilt, and importantly, for our society. When you chose to come to Vanderbilt, there were many, many things that drew you here. Our world-class faculty engaged in teaching and discovering with you in small classroom settings, in research laboratories, leaders in their field, porous boundaries where a freshman can walk to a cancer research center, opportunity at one of the world's greatest medical schools, the opportunity to grow, yes, academically, intellectually, but morally and spiritually. You were drawn by SEC sports, Greek life, the opportunity to serve, to lead, whether in the Shade Tree Clinic or in cities, towns, or villages in Peru, Brazil, or Ghana. You were drawn by Vanderbilt's strong sense of community, that beloved notion of friendship and a commitment to connectedness, our rare ability to always celebrate our diversity, but to anchor it always in our shared humanity and our mission to serve humanity. In your time here, you have embraced and learned from these many, many opportunities. Your life has become more fulfilled by knowledge, yes, but also by friendship, meaning, and the values of caring and integrity. What you have found here today, what you have found here always, is what we celebrate today in each of you, the values and commitments that we held in balance. We cherish and reward academic achievement, but never at the expense of integrity. We know that our academic standards are high. We demand excellence, but the friendships you have made are enduring and will produce true happiness. We love the beauty and the warmth of our campus and the familiar faces that we see every day, but we are not isolated from everyday life. Instead, we try to dedicate ourselves daily to service in our communities, in Nashville, America, and our world. We look to each other in and out of the classrooms to be moral individuals who accept our responsibilities, yet we embrace the notion of true community, where cooperation and not competition is the very first instinct. We celebrate, we further, we recognize, we reward scientific rigor, engineering innovations. Yet we are also in deep awe by and celebrate the poet and the humanist. We have been ranked in the top 20 academically and the top 20 in football, men's and women's basketball, baseball, men's and women's golf, bowling, women's tennis, lacrosse. In your time here, we have seen 2 who have studied at Vanderbilt win Nobel Prizes. We've also gone to a bowl game. We won 4 SEC championships and an NCAA championship. It is this balance that we cherish and must forever nurture for it defines our university's mission and it carves our path. It is what you will miss. It is what you will miss, but do not let go of it. No, let me hope for even more, that we have instilled with you and in you that strong habit, that virtue of balance. Even in some, only some, times you may lose your sense of Shakespeare. You may forget some of what you learned in psychology. You may glaze over in 20 years at genetics, but keep near to you this sense of balance. It will serve you, it will serve our nation and world well, and it can define your life well led, the life we hope for you. This notion of balance, of finding in each endeavor, in each day, in each vocation, this sense of situational equilibrium is one that all too often is effaced in our society and in our world. Our fascination, our obsession with the extreme, the unusual, it preoccupies many. Unfortunately, in our world, it isn't always the extreme good that gets our attention. And it isn't always with the feeling of pathos that we are drawn to those things that are featured relentlessly in the media as extremely bad or horrific. Of greater concern is when we devote, measure, and we see virtues in our everyday life through the distorting prism of the extreme. For then, yes, we lose our sense of balance. Worse, we become convinced that it is these extremes in our life, in our society, that define the path ahead, that affects our judgments, or sets the reasonable expectations of a life well led. Like a youngster riding a bike for the first time, we, alas, lose our balance. Classical thought and its many variations explore this idea of balance. For some, this idea of balance, or navigating with judgment through the extremes, was central to human happiness and sound civic governance. Indeed, it counted for even more. The capability to address through learning and experience how to exercise judgment and make decisions in a balanced life is what drew on our unique human capacity to reason. What we value and treasure as wisdom, as virtue, were not innate to humans. Rather, they come about through the ability of human beings to reason and not fall readily into acts or views that are extreme. Humans could reason to make these balanced decisions. That would lead to virtue and great wisdom. Neither the classic Aristotelian philosophy of virtue and balance, nor Vanderbilt's own emphasis on balance, demands that you or we put aside our passions or the need for extreme action in the appropriate situation. On occasions, we must be courageous, stubbornly principled, and filled with passion. When the brave soldier seeks to rescue a wounded comrade in the face of extreme fire, we appropriately celebrate that honor, that courage. The feeling of holding a new son or daughter or watching them graduate is sure to produce emotions that are rare, deep, and meaningful. A love of science, medicine, law, teaching, religion fills each and every one of you, and it will move you in the right direction. You should, of course, follow those passions, but one cannot lead a life of extremes, out of balance. Work, friends, family, the material, and the spiritual must each play a role. If Vanderbilt has taught you anything, I hope it is this sense of balance. As you leave us, you enter a world that is recalibrating, rebalancing, as it were, historically in its proportions. As you reflect on your Vanderbilt experience, this place of balance, and you enter this world as it adjusts, Be alert always to those signs of imbalance. Those indicators in some areas all pushed inexorably in one direction and at levels unprecedented. Double-digit stock market growth, household savings falling into negative territory, house prices increasing almost 10% per year, household debt growing at an annual rate of 7%. But to some, this was a new time, a new balance. Things were different now. This was the new normal. We were in balance. Now the corrections have come swiftly and surely, and now they are extreme. From its high in 2007 to its low in 2009, the stock market dropped 55%. Home values dropped 31% in less than 3 years. The GDP dropped 6% in the fourth quarter and a similar amount in the first quarter. Just as we were convinced we had a new normal, a new balance, we discovered we were wrong. Of course, sadly, we suddenly decided that now we have a new normal where things will always drop at these record rates. In 2007, we said it will always be this good. Now, in 2009, some people say it will always be this bad. Even the terms that we use to describe our economy and the behavior signal that we oscillate randomly and frequently between extremes. We have booms and busts, new highs and lows, or we hear all in, not knowing if it's a poker game or an investment strategy. Decisions then become unbalanced, unwise, and without reason. Or as commentators or behavioral economists describe them, they're reflections of a panic, a herd mentality, characterizing human decisions as if we were wildebeests, hardly the balanced, virtuous human gifted with reason, imagined by Aristotle and others. But like each generation, you leave here only imagining imperfectly the world ahead, the world that you will shape and that will unfold through your actions and your leadership. You cannot imagine that world and the large role that you will grow to play. You step out into a time of challenge, historic times, where your judgment, your wisdom, your virtue, yes, your balance will be a new but a strong oar in the water, not only for speed, but for steering as well. Our nation is a great one. It has incredible recuperative powers that will be hastened into action by all that you will do. Our world is filled with beauty and wonder and a common humanity that seeks a way forward. You are part of that common humanity. I will say as your chancellor, like a proud parent, that you are the very, very best our world can ask for. You have in you a sense of equanimity, a thirst for strong and steady equilibrium, and an appreciation for that balance in the world. You sacrifice nothing in your intellectual abilities or in your passion for what you seek to do, in your exercise of judgment and your cultivation of virtue. Go forth with your great passions. Be free in your soul and mind to make your way unburdened by your departure from this beautiful, embracing place and your many friends. Pursue truth. Look for goodness and justice by finding and staying on that balanced common path. And do not walk into these times of challenge with anything other than the hope and optimism that I have in my heart for you and which I know to be true. History talks of ages that are gilded, and history will decide whether you enter at the passing of one such age. I worry not that you'll be tricked by that which looks like gold, for instead, I truly believe that you have found your balance, your golden mean. I will miss you. We will all miss you. I say goodbye and farewell in all the days ahead.
Recipients of bachelor's degrees, please remain seated. Your diploma awarding ceremony will begin shortly. Candidates for master and doctoral degrees, their faculties and guests will now recess to their separate diploma awarding ceremonies. There is a map with suggested walking paths to each location on the inside back cover of your commencement program. Faculty marshals will assist the degree recipients and their faculties from the receding sessions. The professional degree ceremonies will take place as planned. There has been a severe weather advisory issued. If there is a warning, please be alert and follow the instructions of faculty marshals, volunteers, and the Vanderbilt Police Department.
Tell me when, Roy. Ladies and gentlemen, now we ceremonially acknowledge that which you have already accomplished by presenting you with a tangible representation recognizing the achievement that you have justly earned. Now is the time for the awarding of the diplomas. Graduates of the College of Arts and Science, please come forward to receive your diplomas, and Dean Dever will present these graduates.
Michael David Abend, cum laude. Kathleen Elizabeth Adams, cum laude. Leela Olive Adele. Christopher James Atkins, summa cum laude. Emily Louise Agostino, summa cum laude. Michael Stephen Ahilin, summa cum laude. Abrar Ahmed, cum laude. Allison Haley Aldridge, summa cum laude. Blake Edward Alexander, cum laude. Brandy Shanae Alexander. Elliot Alexander. Sarah Emily Allen. Andrew Ryan Alcenser, cum laude. Veronica Lynette Alvarado. Ana Isabel Alvarez. Sabah Harim Ulvi, magna cum laude. Jared Scott Amato. David Ryan Amoyal, cum laude. Elise Haley Undelman, summa cum laude. William Lakey Anderek. Jared Trent Anderson. Justin Wayne Stephen Anderson. Elizabeth Macaulay Ankney, cum laude. Scott Robert Antonio. Arian Afayan. Donato Andres Arguelles V, cum laude. Nikirika Victoria Arenzi, summa cum laude. Tyler J. Armstrong, magna cum laude. Robin Elizabeth Arnett, magna cum laude. Miriam Asadian. Eleanor Brooke Atkins, cum laude. Eve Ratzia Adderman, cum laude. Elise Adinger. Christine Elizabeth Bassich, cum laude. Philip Sean Bacher. Bradley Arthur Bailey. Brandis Uel Baker. Janani Bolasundram. Alexander Matthew Bard. Andrew Aston Barge. Brittany Jovan Barlow. Bethany Grace Barnard, magna cum laude. Michael Samuel Bashur. Derek Martin Bast, magna cum laude. Louis Lagarde Batty III, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Baumgarten, summa cum laude. Alexander Leslie Beard. Marcia True Beck, cum laude. Alexandra Belenke, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Bell, summa cum laude. Matthew Aaron Bellamy, summa cum laude. Mark McGuire Beneke. Blake John Bennett. Edward Lewis Bennett. Rand Matthew Bennett, cum laude. Karen Elizabeth Bentley, cum laude. Heather Lynn Bensmiller, summa cum laude. Matthew Frederick Berg, cum laude. Benjamin Harris Berger. Caitlin Elizabeth Berkmeyer, summa cum laude. Catherine Dreyer Bernstein, cum laude. Rachel Ann Barrowby, magna cum laude. Lauren Bewley, cum laude. Meghana Rambata, magna cum laude. Luke Bidakoff, magna cum laude. Lauren Elise Beekman. Stephen David Benishevsky. Dewi Aryanti Bilano, cum laude. Lauren Page Black. Rebecca Mills Blade, summa cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Blake, magna cum laude. Mark Nicholas Blazer, cum laude. Stephanie Wallace Bosell. Christopher Askew Bomba. Sheldon Dean Bond. Neil Carlos Borland. David Michael Bowser. Marini Bronwyn Sparkman Boyd, cum laude. Megan Ashley Boyle. Daniel Hugh Branch Jr. Elizabeth Jordan Brandt, summa cum laude. Carl Wallander Brandt, magna cum laude. Robert Elijah Branson, cum laude. Samantha Ellen Breakstone. Zachary Lewis Brenner. Zachary Kevin Brickhouse. Benjamin Thomas Bright. Philip Ryan Brinson. Morgan Madison Brooks. Shade Daquanette Brooks. Amy Catherine Brown. Elizabeth Porter Brown, summa cum laude. Trey Douglas Brown. Catherine Ray Bruton, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Bryan, magna cum laude. Yang Bu, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Dilly Bukite, summa cum laude. Ross Lockard Bullington. Stephen Michael Bumel, summa cum laude. Andrew Thomas Burchett. Logan Kilpatrick Burgess. Cedric Wagoner Berger III. Peter Thomas Butler, cum laude. Eric Allen Busby. Sarah Catherine Bird, summa cum laude. Timothy Jared Kahn. Laura Jean Calabrese, cum laude. Edgar Bratton Calloway, cum laude. Veronica Lynn Calvin. Alice Hooker Campbell. Austin Everett Campbell, Christopher Michael Capozzoli, Seth Frederick Capper, Abigail Kathleen Carpenter, Corey Allen Carpenter, magna cum laude, Robert Meadows Carpenter Jr., cum laude, Charles Randolph Carroll, Catherine St. John Carter, Kevin Nicholson Carter, Julissa Marie Castillo, magna cum laude, Angelina Maya Cavalli, Jaime Frank Cespedes, Rebecca Lynn Chait, summa cum laude, Matthew Paul Charles, Casey J. Hoschewski, magna cum laude, Shourab Chatterjee, Nicole Jeanette Cherry, Han Q. Cho, cum laude, Nicholas John Christiani, Amanda Feng Chong, Stacy Catherine Clark, summa cum laude, David Foster Clay, magna cum laude, Elizabeth Michelle Clayton, cum laude, Ryan Kim Cleary, summa cum laude, Allison Olivia Clendenning, Emma Cecily Kofer, summa cum laude, Kelly Lauren Kaufman, magna cum laude, Jessica Ruth Cohagen, magna cum laude, Jennifer Ann Cohen, Reagan Crawford Colstock, Timothy John Colazzi, cum laude, Joel Christopher Collins, magna cum laude, Kathleen Patricia Collins, summa cum laude, Edward Joseph Collins Dean, Mallory Justin Colvin, Rachel Latrice Connard, Elizabeth Ann Connolly, Kayla Conway, Christopher William Cooley, cum laude, Samuel Durham Cooper, summa cum laude, Bethany Mackenzie Copperidge, Kate Peterson Corvasi, Carolyn Cheney Colson, summa cum laude, Jordan Bernard Kuzo, Ann Kavanaugh Cowgill, Sean Harrison Cowie, Derek Ross Craner, Catalin Jorge Cristoviano, summa cum laude, Nicholas D. Chromitis, Karen Ann Crow, cum laude, Daniel Caden Kroll, Emily Diane Kroll, cum laude, Casey Daniel Culver, cum laude, Haley Renee Curry, summa cum laude, Amber Nicole Curtis, cum laude, Alexandra Libby Curtis, Carrie Lynn Cushman, cum laude, Grayson Robert Daly, Peter Lawrence Dale, cum laude, Hunter Gus Dallas, Christopher Carl Dalton, John Matthew Daniel, cum laude, Corey Brian Danzig, Pablo Andres Dorelli Vegara, Eric Thomas Darlington, magna cum laude, Stephen Grayson Darty, cum laude, Chelsea Blake Davis, magna cum laude, Christopher Philip Davis, cum laude, Lyle Andrew Davis, Dominic Alexander Day, Grafton Elizabeth Day, Antonio Benito de Castro, Gustavo Antonio de Pena, Andrew Martin de Stadler, magna cum laude, Daniel Troy DeWitt, Audrey Maureen Deckard, Nicholas Allen Dedeker, Brian Campbell Delaney, Eric Zachary DeLong, Laura Emily DeLuca, magna cum laude, Kimberly Ann Dement, Dirk David Demers, cum laude, Allie Nicole Denmark, magna cum laude, Sarah Frances Derby, cum laude, Lauren Elizabeth Dacums, Desiree Love Deskins, Catherine Elizabeth DeTore, magna cum laude, America Idalia Escamilla Dupree, Daniel Stephen DeVore, cum laude, Adet Dumacouped, magna cum laude, Matthew Robert DeBella, Evan Grant Didier, summa cum laude, Patrick Edward Dinas, Lauren Janae Dillon, magna cum laude, Stephen Matthew Diorio, Kia Nicole Dixon, Charles Emery Doppelhauer, Jesse Elise Dorfman, summa cum laude, Alexandra Taylor Dowd, magna cum laude, Emily Van Kirk Doyle, George Alexander Drake Jr., Brooke Ariel Dubois, Ashley Michelle Duckett, Elizabeth Ashley Duda, cum laude, Andrew Adams Dudis, Jason Alexander Dudley, cum laude, Kyle Richard Dull, Jane Lee Dunnigan, magna cum laude, Charlene Marie Dunaway, cum laude, Andrew Harold Duncan III, Kevin Treyu DeWong, magna cum laude, Winnie DeWong, cum laude, Eleanor Vianne Durham, cum laude, Lindsay McDonald Dyer, George Parrish Easterly, cum laude. Sarah Jean Edmonds, cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Eichmann. Marissa Amato ID. Catherine Elizabeth Elliott. Daniel Howard Ember. Katie Shea Emerson, summa cum laude. Melanie Carol Erb, summa cum laude. Andrew Robert Esikov, magna cum laude. Erin Nicole Etzel, summa cum laude. Catherine Odine Medina Evans. Jeffrey Morrison Ewers, cum laude. Aldenice Felicia Ewing. Caroline Randolph Fabecker, cum laude. Dory Ellison Fader. James Jingbo Fan, magna cum laude. Gretchen Gardner Ferracci. Bradford Dwight Faulkner. Elias Fagali, cum laude. Jonathan Lees Feldman, cum laude. Julie Ann Fenstermaker. Sarah Ann Ferguson. Margaret Ann Fessmeyer, magna cum laude. Philip Wilson Field, cum laude. Eric Spencer Fielding. Marichelle A. Fields. Deborah Marie Figueroa Cruz. Catherine Stephan Phillip, cum laude. Kristen Marie Philippek, cum laude. Kirby Davis Fine, cum laude. Ryan William Finn. Kathleen Patricia Finneran. Charles Austin Fish. Brittany Page Fishman, magna cum laude. Grace Powell Flowers, cum laude. Rachel Lauren Fogg, cum laude. Evangeline Melody Fontaine. Scott David Foote, cum laude. Lee Ramsey Forbush, cum laude. Allison Rose Ford. Christina Meyer Fox. Elizabeth Frances Frankenfield, cum laude. Alexander Barry Freed. Megan Louise French. Rio Christine Friday. Alicia Kathleen Friedman. Jonathan McLaughlin Frist, cum laude. Robert Frederick Funke. John David Furlow, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Future. Isla Rebecca Gaffney, summa cum laude. Dana Thoria Gangu. Danielle Ariana Gant. Yue Gao, summa cum laude. Christopher Scott Gearing. Martha Elizabeth Griffin. Caitlin Marie Gibler, magna cum laude. Clay William Geezy, summa cum laude. James Alfred Gilbert III. Thomas William Gill, cum laude. Amy Lee Gillard. Mary Lauren Gilpin. Cara Giordano. Samuel Eric Giorgenti. Justin DeJuan Glenn, magna cum laude. Nicole Carlene Getch, cum laude. Caroline A. Goggin. Justin Michael Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Laura Gonzalez Martinez, cum laude. Melody Yvette Gooden. Michael Edward Guti. Kevin Austin Gordon. Aya Georgieva Gaspadinova, cum laude. Taylor Russell Gould. Christopher Mark Graber. Jason Scott Grad. John Joseph Green, cum laude. Caitlin Clay Morgan Greer, cum laude. Scott Chappell Greer. Kylan Jill Grimes. Nils Karstens Grimm, summa cum laude. John William Grisham, cum laude. Kara Brooke Grubb. Andrew Cook Grumney. Jonathan Scott Grushkin. Lindsay Marie Gunkel, cum laude. Jeremy Alexander Gunn. Rebecca Michelle Gupton. Hart Hugh J. Haggerty, cum laude. Michael Edward. Aaron Christopher Hagman. Kelly Ann Haker, summa cum laude. David Jeffrey Hall, cum laude. Matthew Stewart Hullum. Stephen Park Hollenbeck, cum laude. Catherine McMurray Hambleton, cum laude. Brian Edward Hammondtree, cum laude. Carson Lee Hanrath, cum laude. Abraham Charles Hanson, magna cum laude. Alexandra Reed Harrington, summa cum laude. Tiffany Ann Harris. Cecily Claire Hart. Jessica Nicole Hart, magna cum laude. Corinne Kidston Hartong. Layla Hassan Malani, magna cum laude. Brittany Rose Hay. Lindsay Ann Hayes, magna cum laude. Joshua David Hellman. Julia Elizabeth Hellman, magna cum laude. Charles Russell Helsebeck. Mallory Elizabeth Healy. Kaylin Barnett Henderson, summa cum laude. Michael Dolan Henderson. Valerie Carol Henderson, cum laude. Paul Stewart Hendrick, magna cum laude. Duncan Pratt Hennis Jr., magna cum laude. Brandon C. Hereford, cum laude. Christine May Hernandez. Matthew Alexander Heavey, magna cum laude. Melissa Lee Hill. Megan Genevieve Hines, magna cum laude. Kayla Renee Heinrich. Jennifer Catherine Hirsch, cum laude. Tiara Michelle Hodges. Sarah Elizabeth Hoff, summa cum laude. Holly Sims Hoffman, cum laude. Michelle Elizabeth Hoffman. Justin Philip Holder, magna cum laude. Courtney Ann Holliday, cum laude. Benjamin Eugene Holt. Keith McLean Hoagland. James Thomas Hopkins Jr., cum laude. Sumaya Amena Hossein, magna cum laude. Ario Hossein Hosseini, cum laude. Joy LaFay Howard. Mindy Yifeng Shea. Whitney Nicole Hubbard. Alexandra de Cordova Hughes, cum laude. Say again? How do you spell? Robin, okay. I'm back here. Annalise Herder already went. Annalise Herder already went.
Oh, okay. Okay, then read her name out of turn.
Robin Noel Hayden, magna cum laude. Anna Liesel Herder, summa cum laude. Sean Philip Heimowitz. Tracy Janelle Irvin, cum laude. Sarah Paige Jackson, cum laude. Talia Elise Jackson. Adrian Hymas. Benjamin Eugene Holt. Christopher Charles Bela Yansky. Sarah Elizabeth Jenkins. Stephanie Renee Jenkins. Jonathan Andrew Jensen. Luis Andres Jimenez. Brianna Yvette Johnson. Christopher Aaron Johnson. Lindsay Catherine Johnson. Roderick Darnell Johnson. Shanae Ashley Johnson. Timothy O'Connell Johnson, cum laude. Wayne Russell Johnson, cum laude. Mark Anthony Johnston Jr., cum laude. Eric Easley Jones, cum laude. Lindsay Scoggin Jones, cum laude. Abhinash Kumar Joshi. Zachary Scott Candler, cum laude. Tara Marie Kane, cum laude. Zachary Starrett Capel. Lee Hewitt Carlson. Benjamin Michael Karp. Daniel Peter Kasbaum. Rebecca Mary Castan. Ilana Rachel Catan, summa cum laude. Sarah Kate Kaufman. Gabrielle Jessica Keenan, summa cum laude. Ryan Theodore Keith. Joshua Paul Kelly. Bradley Christopher Kempf. Adele Kondaker. Heywan Shoarega Kidane. David Kim, cum laude. Elliot Jiwoo Kim, summa cum laude. Heiju Kim. Samuel Kim. Jonathan Stewart Kinney. Kristen Eunice Kirksey. Kelly Ann Christmas Kleeman, cum laude. Devin Alexandra Klein, cum laude. Christopher Stephen Coinas. Kimberly Mitchell Koff. Katrina Esther Corhonen, summa cum laude. Joshua Brad Kramer, magna cum laude. Michael Jared Kranzler. Evan Jared Kravitz. Jeremy Robert Kreines. Nicole Jane Krellenstein, summa cum laude. Gregory Philip Cronenfeld, cum laude. Cameron Lund Kruger, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Vasalam Kumar, magna cum laude. Douglas Hall Kurgel, magna cum laude. Emily Peacock Kurtz, cum laude. Molly Eve Kurtzweil. Ashley Christine Kushner, magna cum laude. Emily Laura Cavesalis, summa cum laude. Hamida Suad Labi. Sarah Michelle Lackner, summa cum laude. Lillian Mi Wang Lum. Renee Grace Langston. Justin Michael Lupubo, magna cum laude. Daniel Wayne LaRue, cum laude. Emily Christine Larson, magna cum laude. Kyle Matthew Larson. Sam Michael Larson, summa cum laude. Jason Joseph Levy, magna cum laude. Jeremy Michael Lawson. Esther Lee. Heijin Lee, summa cum laude. Jonathan Franklin Lee. Martha Martin Legg, magna cum laude. David Lawrence Lineweber, cum laude. Evan Daniel Levine. Jonathan Leonard Robert Levine, summa cum laude. Phelan Mercedes Lewis. Sunny Nathan Labiro, Xue Sheng Lin, Robert Frederick Lindsay, Kenneth James Lipschutz, Rachel Ann Lasata, Colin Tuller Lockwood, magna cum laude, Ellen Margaret Lafaro, magna cum laude, Matthew Bryant Long, cum laude, Philip Donatien Lorio IV, Becky X. Liu, magna cum laude, Lindsay Ann Lovern, magna cum laude, Zachary Croning Lowe, cum laude, Jeanette Marie Lugo, cum laude, Devin Parker Lyon, Graham Isaac McDonald, summa cum laude, Christopher Donald McIsaac, Peter Andrew Madden, cum laude, Matthew Frederick Mela, magna cum laude, Emily Jean Mai, cum laude, Jenny Mai, cum laude, Rohit Maini, cum laude, Bittu Rajan Majmudar, summa cum laude, Aziz Ajaz Malik, cum laude, Aaron Michael Malone, cum laude, Michael Anthony Malone, Julie Elizabeth Manigan, summa cum laude, Gregory Anthony Marino, Sam Jacob Flax Marks, Kelly Elizabeth Martin, cum laude, Samantha Audrey Martin, summa cum laude, Elise Vierling Masur, cum laude, Jennifer Hudson Matthews, Justin Blaine Matthews, Tyler Thornton Matthews, Ken Maynard, Matthew Cleve McCarty, Madeline Carol McClure, cum laude, Anthony Philip McCready, cum laude, Anne Catherine McCrellis, cum laude, Michael James McCulloch, Caitlin Ann McCullough, cum laude, Lastacia Nicole McCullough, Brittany Jean McDonald, magna cum laude, Christopher Samuel McGady, magna cum laude, Gregory Robert McGowan, Matthew Levin McGrath, cum laude, Peter Joseph McGrath, Isabel Marie McKay, Hugh John McLaughlin, Scott Marshall McLeod, magna cum laude, Hannah Elizabeth Metter, Alexander Raymond Metter, Salil Andrew Marotra, magna cum laude. Walter Menevar, Gabrielle Ruth Marcadante, magna cum laude, Ansley Marie Miller, Courtney Lauren Miller, Jeffrey Edward Miller, magna cum laude, John Edward Miller, magna cum laude, Melanie Nicole Miller, Nick John Miller, Anna Elaine Miltenberger, Carmen Marie Mims, cum laude, Ravi Prashant Mishra, cum laude, Eleanor Ann Mix, cum laude, Robert Edward Moore, magna cum laude, Andrew J. Montesinos, Kevin Nicholas Montoya, Angela Phyllis Moore, Leslyn Teresa Moore, Natalie Ann Moore, magna cum laude, Ashley Megan Moraguez, summa cum laude, Jade Maria Morales, Ashley Mann Morgan, cum laude, James Chaplin Morgan, Allison Christina Morris, cum laude, Margaret Ellen Morrow, magna cum laude, Kenneth Trent Mosher, summa cum laude, Adam Jason Moskowitz, cum laude, Kayla Michelle Macuno, summa cum laude, Peter Andrew Murrer, summa cum laude, Timothy Michael Muse, Leslie Ann Nash, Nicole Megan Nash, Adam Ruben Nathan, Caroline Amelia Neman, magna cum laude, Allison Lesta Nelson, Tiffany Nelson, cum laude, Darcy Clayton Newell, cum laude, Vanessa Emily Newton, cum laude, Shu Wen Lee, Courtney Page Nichols, magna cum laude, Jake DeVay Nolan, Michael Andrew Nordland, magna cum laude, Jackson McClary Norris, Michael Amir Nuri, Daniel Morton Novick, Yasmin Mahmoud Nuru, Rebecca LaFay Wangwa, cum laude, Penelope Marie O'Sullivan, cum laude, Anne-Marie Olarte, summa cum laude, Stephen Baxter Orr, magna cum laude, Matthew Brian Orton, summa cum laude, Catherine Ann Otterbein, magna cum laude, Andrew Label Pace. Okay.
We are apparently much further ahead then the students. We are at Catherine Quill.
Okay.
Here. We're behind.
Yeah, we are.
We're behind.
Okay.
So we need to figure out how we're going to deal with this. Let us just jump down to Quill, okay?
Okay.
All right.
What about all these students?
You apparently
They've walked,
they've walked. See?
but I haven't read their names.
I mean, otherwise we'll never get it right. Quill. Catherine Bridget Quill.
Okay.
31. Okay. Just start there.
Okay. Catherine Bridget Quill, cum laude. Nicole Elise Quinn. Jerica Renee Ragland. Andrew William Rahal, cum laude. Anikat Shital Kumar Raleigh, cum laude. Michael Towler Ramirez. John Earl Ramsey IV, summa cum laude. Zachariah James Ramsey, cum laude. Catherine Lee Ratliff, magna cum laude. James Evander Bean Ralston. Vishruth Kisura Reddy, summa cum laude. Ariane Emily Reed. Ross Lamar Reilly. Matthew Stewart Renahan. Crystal Dawn Rialt, summa cum laude. Andrew Michael Reynolds, magna cum laude. Evan Stewart Reynolds, cum laude. Caitlin Lorraine Reynolds. Max Harrison Richards, cum laude. Alexander Dominic Riddle. Rebecca Ann Riddle. Blythe McCall Ridge, magna cum laude. Christopher Jung Ridgel, summa cum laude. Mark Alexander Rigsby. James Austin Rissler, magna cum laude. Michael Francis Xavier Ritter. Bailey Elise Roberts, cum laude. Emily Ward Roberts, magna cum laude. Ashley Victoria Robin, magna cum laude. Douglas Watkins Robinson. David Joseph Robles. David Matthew Rodriguez, cum laude. Jamie Lynn Rodriguez. Vanessa Eva Stetson Rodriguez. Anna Victoria Rogers, cum laude. Megan Catherine Rogers, magna cum laude. Rebecca Elise Rogers, magna cum laude. Brittany Ann Rohrman, summa cum laude. Bridget Kathleen Ronan, cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Rory, summa cum laude. Hannah Napier Rosenberg. Melanie Olivia Rosenthal, summa cum laude. Giancarlo Rossi. Matthew John Rotenberry, cum laude. Emily Kristen Roth. Julian Hertel Roundtree III. Linnell Marquette Rowe. Rachel Lynn Ruckstuhl, cum laude. Brian Michael Rue. Ryan Littman Ruiz, cum laude. Joseph Clayton Rutledge. Anne Louise Ryan, cum laude. Megan Catherine Ryan, cum laude. Samuel Hancock Sabulis, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Sadler. Christopher James Saylor, magna cum laude. Christina Ileana Saldivar. Melissa Adrian Saldivar. Zachary David Sandman, cum laude. Nestor Antonio Santos Jr. Christina Sarah Lacos. Jamae Michelle Sarantonio, magna cum laude. Mariah Catherine Scarborough. Sarah Louise Schaefer, magna cum laude. David Eric Schillinger. Evan James Schlesinger, magna cum laude. Benjamin J. Schmerin, cum laude. Jennifer Lauren Schmuckler. Amelia Marie Schneider, magna cum laude. Alexandra Marie Schuler. Ann Jeanette Schulke, cum laude. Douglas Paul Schussler Jr., cum laude. Alexander Winston Schultz. Noah Lichtenberg Schwartz, magna cum laude. Charles Gerard Schwartzel, summa cum laude. Emily Kate Schweikart, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Scott, summa cum laude. Kate Marie Shega. Nikhil Sekaran, magna cum laude. Meredith Harrison Sellers, summa cum laude. Andrea Vargas Severin, magna cum laude. Krupul Yathish Shaw, magna cum laude. John Houston Shaner, summa cum laude. Matthew Edward Show. Sarah Marie Sharp, cum laude. Robert Franklin Shearer, magna cum laude. Knuckle Singh Shekhawat, magna cum laude. Nicole Sain Shin, summa cum laude. William McKay Shirk III, summa cum laude. Hallie Louise Schaffner. Lauren Elizabeth Sini, magna cum laude. Bradley Adam Silverman. Amanda Elaine Simmons, magna cum laude. Casey Ray Simmons. Reed Andrew Simon. Scott Jason Simontachi. Rachel Ann Sinaiko, magna cum laude. Hartag Singh. Michael Newman Singleton, cum laude. Christopher Neal Skeen, magna cum laude. David Zachary Skurnick. Allison Margaret Smith. Brittany Ann Smith. Charles Rufus Smith IV, cum laude. Christine Moore Smith. Gregory Dawes Smith. James Burleson Smith III. Jonathan Paul Smith. Laura Allison Smith, cum laude. Lauren Diane Smith, cum laude. Lauren Alicia Smith. Patricia Bethany Smith. Peyton Randolph Smith, Jr. Tyler Johnston Pauly Smith, magna cum laude. William Kevin Smith, Jr., magna cum laude. Corinne Virginia Snow, summa cum laude. Barbara Kate Snowden. Horatio Paul Soberon-Yort. Stephen Russell Soloway. Evelise Sosa. Kristen M. Sotolano. Edward Carringer Spangler, summa cum laude. Matthew Halen Specht, summa cum laude. Andrew Houston Stafford. Warren Albert Stafford. John Michael Stahl, summa cum laude. Jamie Nicole Stahl, summa cum laude. Anna Marie Starnes. Patrick Reed Staub, cum laude. Luke Ryan Steidel, cum laude. Matthew Curtis Stein, magna cum laude. Samuel Bennett Stein. Christopher Donald Stensland, magna cum laude. Amanda Beth Stevens, cum laude. Sarah Rose Stevens, cum laude. Christopher Lane Stewart, cum laude. James Hart Stokel. Christopher Taylor Stokes. Stephen Dennis Stone. David Freeman Stringer. Abigail Stuffelbaum, summa cum laude. Catherine Eleanor Stubbs, cum laude. Zachary Max Sugarman. Alexander Michael Shogsda. Timothy Patrick Watts Sullivan, cum laude. Louisa Marie Cermak. Benjamin Thomas Tacker III. Anna Katarzyna Talaga, cum laude. Chinmayni Nishad Tambi. Maria Elizabeth Tamborski, summa cum laude. Aaron Randall Tarl. Ryan Michelle Talby, cum laude. Brandon Calhoun Taylor, magna cum laude. Emily William Taylor, cum laude. Catherine Taylor Tennis, cum laude. Margaret I. Terrero, cum laude. Marianne Shepard Thacker. Emily Ann Toma, cum laude. George Clinton Thompson, Jr. James Dorrance Thompson, cum laude. Christina Turin, cum laude. Graham Scott Tibbetts, cum laude. Sean Francis Tierney. Yu Ting, summa cum laude. Kyle Richard Tassone, magna cum laude. Catherine Marie Titus. Neely Patricia Todd, magna cum laude. Kelly Marie Tomko. Jillian Gabrielle Treadwell, cum laude. Brian Christopher Trotzler, summa cum laude. Tu Trung Trong. Reese Whitfield Tucker, magna cum laude. Peter Stanfield Tufo, cum laude. Patrick Ross Turner, magna cum laude. Adrian Paul Urbani, cum laude. Mohsena Usmani. William Robert Van Wagner II. William Michael Vanderzant, cum laude. Matthew Scott Vaughn. Andrew Bright Vernon. Elizabeth Ann Volmer. Najla Fatima Wahid, summa cum laude. Alexander Wainwright, magna cum laude. Alexandra Ilana Wald. Lindsay Elizabeth Waldman. Nina Rebecca Wall. Daniel Scott Wallace, cum laude. Elizabeth England Wallace. Blake Conrad Wells, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ann Walls. Rachel Emily Wang, magna cum laude. Austin Andrew Wanland. Benjamin Michael Washburn, magna cum laude. Lawrence Lee Washburn IV, magna cum laude. James Houston Waters, magna cum laude. Allison Nicole Watts, magna cum laude. Tyler Lansing Weeks, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Webb, summa cum laude. Diana Cecile Weinstein. Brianna Michelle Weiser. Patricia Ann Wiesner. Ann Jackson Weiss. Suzanne Marie Wetz, summa cum laude. Heather Brooke Whaley. Colette Mari Wheeler. Rachel Rebecca White, cum laude. Noel Alexander Whitehurst, cum laude. Robert Thomas Whiting, magna cum laude. Cody MacArthur Weichert. Margreta Hill Weichert, cum laude. Amy Elaine Wilcox. Allison Marie Wilhelm, magna cum laude. Brooks King Wilhelm, summa cum laude. Anna Frances Williams, cum laude. Courtney Eugene Williams. John Joseph Williams Jr., magna cum laude. Martha Thompson Williams, cum laude. Stephen Neal Williams. Terica Lene Williams. Travis Michael Williams, magna cum laude. Lelia Elizabeth Williamson, magna cum laude. Alexandra Whitney Willis. Elizabeth Abigail Wilson, cum laude. David William Windjam. Edward Francis Wintle. Julie Esther Wan. Andrew Thomas Wood. Catherine Frances Wood, summa cum laude. Erica Danielle Woods, cum laude. Cadel Sarah Quinming Woodward Pooh. Rachel Wolford. Andrew Haggart Work. Larae Christine Wortham. Mary Wu, cum laude. Wenlu Wendy Schoen, summa cum laude. Danielle Burton Yasso, magna cum laude. Heather Elizabeth Young, cum laude. Daniel John Zaffetti, cum laude. Ashna Zahir, magna cum laude. Bana H. Zonaniri.
We have apparently missed all the P's. I don't know how that happened.
Okay.
So we will go back when we finish this.
Okay. Jason Matthew Zero, summa cum laude. Joshua Ziegel, cum laude. Mimi Siwei Zhao. Ingshan Zhao, summa cum laude. Sanabur Muhammad Zikr. Evan Howard Zimring, cum laude. Chanel Ann Bengali, cum laude. Catherine Lynn Bloom. Matthew David Bubis. Charles Amos Clark, summa cum laude. Andrew Dominic D'Alessandro. Annalise Skelton Edwards, summa cum laude. Stanton Gregory Elsrode, cum laude. Samantha Louise Fleming, magna cum laude. Allison Marie Foley, magna cum laude. Jessica Marie Galella. Morgan Cassie Hamner, cum laude. Benjamin Barry Hartwell, cum laude. Jeffrey Arthur Hasberger, cum laude. Rashard Nelson Langford. Edward Lennox Laslett, magna cum laude. Laura Catherine Layton, magna cum laude. Jessica Ann Layton. Nicholas Freddie Magallanes. Victoria Ann Ma, cum laude. Rory James McGuire. James Trenton McNabb. Randall J. Norman, cum laude. Jambu Pulaniapan. Dalton Elizabeth Pickney, magna cum laude. Holly Ann Pitts, cum laude. Julie Ann Reevy. Amy Powell Roebuck, cum laude. Kevin Michael Seguin. Lauren Acacia Sequeira. George Washington Smith III. Ryan Lawrence Wallace, magna cum laude. Elizabeth King Wolcott. Christina Dawn B.U.
Dawn B.U., wait. Let's just stop there. Stop there. Apparently we left out the P's, so what I'm going to ask
That's the pages that I folded.
Say we missed citing their names. We understand that they crossed. And that if you would start here with P's, if I can just read from P until we get to Quill, okay? All right? Just a minute. We're not reading it. Explain that we've had a mix-up. We understand that people across the stage, we are simply reading the names that we were told we missed. You could ask them to stand.
May I ask the graduates of the College of Arts and Science whose last names begin with P, please to stand. You've crossed the stage. I will now read your names. Andrew Label Pace, Elizabeth Ann Palma, Yufei Pan, Eric Charles Park, summa cum laude, Jessica Francis Parker, cum laude, Erica Lynn Para, Michael Thomas Pastorino, Ulrika Praveen Kumar Patel, magna cum laude, Ashish Vinay Patel, Ruvi Kamlesh Patel, magna cum laude, Victoria Elizabeth Patterson, cum laude, Jonathan Robert Patton, summa cum laude. Ima Paydar, summa cum laude. Alexander William Pearson, magna cum laude. Michelle Alexandra Peck, summa cum laude. John Clinton Peebles, summa cum laude. Sunny Don Pilillo. Michelle Renee Peliquin. Michael Warren Pelster, summa cum laude. Martin Rex Pendleton, magna cum laude. Henry Ross Perot III. Dory Ann Persky, cum laude. Catrice Dion Peterson. Matthew Christopher Flederer, cum laude. Jibby Varghese Phillip, magna cum laude. Jessica Ann Pierce. Carolyn Michelle Pippin, magna cum laude. Cameron Wesley Pittman. Michael Kwame Poku, summa cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Polacci, cum laude. Chester William Polson II, summa cum laude. James Conyers Poole. Isabella Martha Pashul. Harrison Deal Powell. Elizabeth Grace Prescott. Andrew James Preston, magna cum laude. Justin David Priestley. Christina Cecilia Puig. Michael Scott Putman, summa cum laude.
Announce Bachelor of Arts goals. Okay, and these two should say you want to be in the
We're just 6. Okay. The recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degree in August 2008. Daniel Richard DiPerna, summa cum laude. The Bachelor of Science, May 2009. Jeremy Scott Fairbank, cum laude. Ben Karem. Ruby Boulder Guag, magna cum laude. Siontra C. Richardson. Rachel Marnie Sternstein. The Bachelor of Science degree, December 2008. Sershanthu Majumdar. Parul Saxena. Kevin Michael Seguin. The Bachelor of Science, May 2009. Jeremy Scott Fairbank, cum laude. Ben Karem. Who do you have? Okay. The Bachelor of Science degree from August 2008. Courtney Regina Blackwell. Walter Heyoang Lee.
Yes. Wait a minute. Wait. You with Blair School?
Dean Waite will present the graduates of the Blair School of Music. You're coming forward. Please receive your diplomas.
Julie Christine Aiken, summa cum laude. Tierney Ann Bamrick. Kristen Ann Barbieri. Anne Louise Benson. Jennifer Joy Betzer. Blythe Barkley Bonifans, cum laude. Jenna Ann Carpenter. Brittany Ann Cooper, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Davis, magna cum laude. Benjamin Ernest Dietrich, cum laude. Dallas Tolford Durham, summa cum laude. Alicia Aaron Enstrom, magna cum laude. Carlos Ricardo Feliz. Taylor Holm Gerber. Carrie Johanna Glennon, magna cum laude. Paul Eric Grotzinger. Lauren Elizabeth Henry. Jasmine Renee Jawad, cum laude. Michael Garrett Cruson, cum laude. Catherine Tierney Moradith, summa cum laude. Isaac Crick Mostoff. Catherine Rose Nagy. Charles Alexander Nazer, cum laude. Amy Michelle O'Brien, cum laude. Roberto Paolo Papi, cum laude. Samuel Jennings Parler, summa cum laude. Amanda Beth Pogach. Bradford Hamilton Ralston, cum laude. Molly Elizabeth Reinker, summa cum laude. Alex Richard de Aguiar Reuter. Alina Kendra Stevens Satterfield, summa cum laude. Samuel Isaac Schneider. Christine Marie Smith, summa cum laude. Miriam Beatrice Wright, magna cum laude. Juliet K. Yoshida. David John Solorio.
Graduates of the School of Engineering will be presented by Dean Ken Galloway. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
The following individuals have earned the Bachelor of Engineering degree. Zyrene Hanoum Abdul Rahim, cum laude. Noor Diana Adub Rahman, magna cum laude. William James Adams. Fred Kuaku Adam. Wade Matthew Allen. Ashwak Zaini Amat. Joseph Paul Amadeo. Hubab Al-Munzar Azmawi. Ali Hussein Badruddin, magna cum laude. Ryan James Baggett, summa cum laude. Kayla Denise Bailey. Michael James Banaziak, summa cum laude. Christopher Michael Bannon, magna cum laude. Dylan Clark Barr. Allison Hale Bashnagel, cum laude. Kara Marin Battenhorst. William Campbell Beaumont, magna cum laude. Chereau Sienna Bell. Stephen Thomas Bellows, summa cum laude. Andrea Chapman Bennett, cum laude. Matthew Lee Bernstein, cum laude. Grant Monet Bouchelon, cum laude. Thomas Samuel Bowden, Jr. Hayden Nicholas Box, summa cum laude. Nicholas Alexander Boyer. Carl Brandt, magna cum laude. Michelle Bonnie Browner, summa cum laude. Christopher Jason Campus, magna cum laude. Brian Manuel Candiaro, cum laude. Paul Andrew Capelli, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Carroll, cum laude. Thomas Banks Carroll, cum laude. William Alexander Carruthers, cum laude. Nicole Courier Chalfont. Guaning Hudson Chin. Lawrence Chin, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Conklin. Dylan Alexandra Cooney, cum laude. Amelia Caroline Cousins, magna cum laude. Carol Christine Dana, summa cum laude. Alicia Deanne Davis, summa cum laude. Alexander Malcolm Dorff. Benjamin Stevens Dowell. John Gregory Drew. Michael Joseph Duffy. Emily Danielle Dyer, magna cum laude. Grant Tyler England, summa cum laude. Erin Christine England, magna cum laude. Melinda Ann Eshelman, cum laude. Marcus Christopher Evans. Jason Andrew Everett. John Francis Fay III. Julia Penland Flint, cum laude. Morgan Brittany Folis. James Michael Frank, cum laude. Robert Joseph Frank Finney, cum laude. David Adam Frankel, cum laude. Michael John Gallagher, cum laude. Azretha Reddy Gantz. William Francis Geyer. Connor Simmons George. Matthew Edward Gibson, magna cum laude. Justin Douglas Gilstrap, cum laude. Carson Elizabeth Glasscock. Gregory Dean Gamoser, summa cum laude. Nicholas Carter Gordon, summa cum laude. Catherine Denta Gray, cum laude. Gregory F. Greenwald, magna cum laude. Donald Andrew Groves, cum laude. Ryan Joseph Gunn. Mary Ellen Hadley. Amanda Wynn Hamlin, cum laude. Nathan Bradley Hankins, magna cum laude. Alexander Stewart Hanna, cum laude. Benjamin Robert Havrelesco. John Packard Hedgecock, magna cum laude. Benjamin Philip Hemkins, cum laude. Caitlin Morcom Henderson. Devin Brockwell Henson, cum laude. Matthew David Hirschhorn. Curtis Dale Hobbs. Nicholas Evan Hobson. Lance Ira Hockhauser. Kyle Mitchell Hocking. Adam Davis Hoey, cum laude. Andrew Neil Hogan, summa cum laude. Owen Emil Holder. Tanya Nicole Hulabiak. Daniel Gerardo Oerta, cum laude. Martha Ann Hurley, magna cum laude. John Henry Jacoby, cum laude. Robert Alexander Jones. Aslan Marzuki Shah Julahi, summa cum laude. Hanum Jumastafa, cum laude. Maryam Kamal. Sunil Arvin Kalmuth, cum laude. Anna Lynn Kevshevsky. Jessica Lynn Keener. Jeffrey Aaron Kime. Noor Kistina Nadia Kazurain. Alex Oliver Kimlerling, cum laude. Jennifer Lauren Nisley. Kaylin Chuakiko Kaur. Catherine Bowden Layler. Tyler Clay Lamb, magna cum laude. Christopher Lynn Langford, cum laude. Roman Eugene Laterza. John Juwan Lee, cum laude. William Rutherford Liska, magna cum laude. Lester Clifford Longley, summa cum laude. Charles Albert Macamel IV. Christopher James Magnan. Victor Sergevic Makarov. Mikhail Aligovich Maximov, summa cum laude. Janine Mahdi Mansour. Neil Davis Manus. Mary Aberly Marshner. Matthew Dalton Marston. Takeyusi Philip Masui, cum laude. Cody Lyle Mayer, summa cum laude. Joshua Daniel McClui, summa cum laude. Christopher Kaiser Myrie, magna cum laude. Abdul Karoum Mohammed Zunidi, magna cum laude. Masida Mohammed, cum laude. Nazira Mohammed Khairi, cum laude. Amir Hamza Mohammed Nasir. Mohammed Arafuddin Mohammed Zahari, cum laude. Tranika Ann Moore, cum laude. Kyle Patrick Mullen. Sakina Musa, magna cum laude. Jessica Amelia Newton. Adriana Nicholson, summa cum laude. Nick Noor Wahida Nick Hashim, magna cum laude. Andrew Edward Knoll, summa cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Nordendale, cum laude. Sammy Russell Noor, summa cum laude. James Francis O'Keefe, summa cum laude. Everett John O'Neill, summa cum laude. Edema Ojamo, summa cum laude. Morakanya Ulabade, cum laude. Claire Amanda Osborne. Ayo Acitello, Brett Terry Palmberg. Tiffany Nicole Palmer. David Benjamin Pass. William Casey Perry. Bryson Zane Peters, magna cum laude. Stephen James Piasta. Robert Emil Piper. Seisha Namini Pinaduage, summa cum laude. Kendrick Farr Pitts. Elizabeth Ann Provenzano. Michelle Christine Pugh. Mohammed Sharul Nizam Rumley, magna cum laude. Kairul Amar Razali. Keith Leonard Reese Kelly. Nicholas Andrew Reynolds, summa cum laude. Muhammad Rizwan Roslin, magna cum laude. William Orville Runge. Mallory Labura Ryan. Samantha Marine Sabatino, magna cum laude. David James Salvetti, summa cum laude. Grayson Pamela Sansbury. Drew Thomas Schnabel. Amanda Megan Scott, summa cum laude. Stephen Michael Searcy, magna cum laude. Brady Cole Seaton. Jared Siegel, summa cum laude. Christopher Dean Self. Kelsley Preston Shannon. Stacey Carolyn Scholl, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Shoemake. James Hemming Hawk Sindel. Hafiza Sinin, magna cum laude. Arunan Skandaraja, summa cum laude. David Christopher Souza, cum laude. Brian Jordan Sparrow, summa cum laude. Laura Ann Steiner, summa cum laude. Heather Ann Stone. Benjamin Summerall Stratton. Daniel James Strickland, summa cum laude. Irving Fernando Suero Jr. David Abraham Sugay. Paul Sampson Sutton, magna cum laude. William John Sweet III, cum laude. Karen Allison Swetland, summa cum laude. Dustin James Swissgood. Oliver E. Tan, cum laude. Ryan Lawrence Thoyer, summa cum laude. Timothy Milner Van Heest, cum laude. Daniel Walling Van Winkle. Richard Nicholas Vaniger. Dylan William Vest. Thomas Lowell Waddell. Andrew Stephen Walker, magna cum laude. Gregory Mark Walker. Clint Richard Walters, cum laude. Juan Hassan Juan Ahmad Sanadi, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Ward. Joseph Andrew Warhurst. Lutalo Arshad Webb. Daniel Scott Weinstein, cum laude. Andrea Brett Wise. Nicole Alexander Weston. Lauren Elizabeth Whitaker. Brian Michael Wiley, cum laude. Mark Christopher Wilson, cum laude. Ali Yilmaz, cum laude. Abdallah Zainal Abedin, cum laude. Jingbu Zhu. Mentes Zorba, cum laude. Erica Elizabeth Zwissler. The following students earned the Bachelor of Engineering December 2008. Cynthia Margaret Lavacek, cum laude. Kenneth Reed Manning. The following individuals have earned the Bachelor of Science degree: Alante Shanika Allen, Blake Harold Anding, Ulatosin Bambiboy, Kirk Pelham Banks, Susanna Francis Bapty, Eric Christopher Barnes, Joseph Colin Bird, Charles Toomey Blue Jr., magna cum laude, Logan Jeffrey Buchanan, Charday Desmonet Burrs, Scott Hardy Campbell, summa cum laude, Trushar Balu Champaneria, Zachary Daniel Cohen, cum laude, Michael Schaefer Cohn, summa cum laude, Dallas Elise Collins, summa cum laude, Alali Dagogo Jack, Logan John Delvecchio, cum laude, Nathan James Diomes, cum laude, Michael Anthony DiBigno, cum laude, David Patrick Donlin, Daniel Joseph Ehrlich, Preston Scott Eisworth, magna cum laude, Molly Ann Favre, summa cum laude, Tiffany Patrice Fisher, cum laude, Brian William Flaherty, cum laude, Rosie Anna Garcia, Kristen Laurel Griffin, Jonathan Michael Gutierrez, Reese Caldwell Hartner, Ken Allen Hartsook, summa cum laude, Christina Marie Hilsheimer, cum laude, Keon Jerome Jones, Jessica Marie Joswiak, Prashant Kumar Kerr, Michelle Nare Kim, Adam David Lander, summa cum laude, Catherine Ashley Ledlow, cum laude, Jillian Susan Marie Lee, Clayton McCamey Moffitt, Sophia Victoria Martinez, cum laude, David Herlin Mayer, magna cum laude, Louis Mayer, Lindsay Elizabeth Norris, cum laude, Narda, cum laude, Jordan James Needham, Alexander Gregory Parr, Amit Sharad Patel, cum laude, William Francis Paxton IV, Andrew McCall Pittman, summa cum laude, James Tinsley Porter III, Brian Nelson Salisbury, John Frederick Seitz, cum laude, Mindy Arletta Skelton, cum laude, Christopher Patrick Stanford, Michael Christopher Seitzma, cum laude, Ryan Seth Walter, cum laude, Roger Wu, magna cum laude.
The graduates of Peabody College will be presented by Associate Dean Jim Hogue. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Bachelor of Science, May 2009, Sloan Lowry Abernathy, John Mackenzie Adams, Breon Janelle Errol, Lauren Brittany Alterman, cum laude, Max Altman, summa cum laude, Eric Matthew Anderson, Kaylin Ann Asplund, Ariel Astrakhan, Samantha Jean Bain, Ivy Baker IV, Jacqueline Suzanne Baker, Shamir Germain Ballou, Dina Bandman, cum laude, Michael Allen Batima, cum laude, Melissa Sage Beck, cum laude, Jane Collins Belden, cum laude, Elizabeth Melcher Benjamin, magna cum laude, Eric Bascom Biddleman, Melody Nadia Bishara, cum laude, Laura Michelle Blamey, Catherine Arlene Blessing, cum laude, Ilana Lynn Blumenfeld Gantz, summa cum laude, Luke Charles Bone, Danielle Marie Borer, Robert Jacob Bradford, Caitlin Elizabeth H. Bradigan, cum laude, Lindsay Sterling Bretzker, cum laude. Christine Victoria Brown, magna cum laude. Scott Ransom Brown, summa cum laude. Sarah Joy Bryan, cum laude. Kelly Lauren Burbank, cum laude. Thomas Jane Byrne, summa cum laude. Daniel Thompson Colano, cum laude. Anthony Charles Camarada, cum laude. Jessica E. Campbell Morrison, magna cum laude. Catherine Sue Cannon. Jennifer Marie Cassidy, magna cum laude. Claudia G. Castro Malaspina. Amy Elizabeth Cannon. Andrew Thomas Cheek. Renee Nicole Christensen. Catherine Rachel Siliberti, summa cum laude. Cameron McLeod Clark. Mary Ellen Clark, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Clayton, summa cum laude. Joanna Rebecca Cohen. Joseph Andrew Collins. Leslie Barbie Colon. Jason Alexander Cook, cum laude. Allison Shana Cooney. Amanda Pauline Cooper. Catherine Ariel Cox. Aviva Rachel Coyne Green, cum laude. Jennifer Maria Craddock, cum laude. Jonathan Lynn Curran. Jillian Brianne Curry, cum laude. Allison Lee Sherapak, cum laude. Jazelyn Monet Daigle. Sarah Cheryl Delisle, summa cum laude. Clay Daniel DeMarcus, cum laude. Katie Suzanne DePaola, cum laude. Diane Teresa DeTrizio, summa cum laude. Brooke Dana Diamond. Michaela Gabrielle Dooley, cum laude. Darius Deontay Dowell. Danielle Alexandra Dresner, magna cum laude. Kirk Austin Dreyer. Emily Ann Eckert. Susan Marie Eklund, magna cum laude. Melissa Winship Eggert, cum laude. Grant Stevens England, magna cum laude. Anastasia Carolina Erickson, magna cum laude. Allison Meir Irwin, magna cum laude. Hannah Christine Esaki. Gabriela Bianca Farias, cum laude. Brian Jacob Filer, magna cum laude. Kelly Louise Finan, magna cum laude. Christina Michelle Foran, summa cum laude. Brooke Nicole Fox, summa cum laude. Michelle Ashley Fox, cum laude. Lauren Alexis Friedman, cum laude. Leah Stephanie Friedman, magna cum laude. Catherine Jane Fry, cum laude. Maria Sybil Galliano. Rosemary Caitlin Golford, cum laude. Caitlin O'Connor Gambriel, cum laude. Andrew Krillin Gardner. Alexander Scott Garrett. Aaron Matthew Garza. Leah Karin Giannotti, cum laude. Carolyn Danielle Joya. Hillary Joelle Goldstein, cum laude. Annabelle Catherine Gould, cum laude. Lauren Kelly Grossman, magna cum laude. Karen Lynn Greigel. Elizabeth Ellen Gutenberg. Bryant Campbell Honfeld. Rachel Whitney Hunneman. Ashley Elizabeth Hanson, summa cum laude. Ashley Caroline Harcrow. Danielle Ann Hatton, magna cum laude. Christina Michelle Harold, cum laude. Amber Christine Herber. Charles Philip Hershen, magna cum laude. Emily Hannah Hertzberg. Amanda Kate Hertzel, summa cum laude. James Durant Marcellus Hewlett. Caroline Lee Hickey, cum laude. Megan Malia Higgins. James Peter Hodge. Paige Renee Holden. Alexander Guy Hooker, magna cum laude. Allison Suzanne Humphreys. Caitlin Ann Hunter, cum laude. John Dorsey Huntley III. Anna Maria Hoos, magna cum laude. Cadoria Mazel Ivory. Wesley Randolph Jameson. Jennifer Elizabeth James, magna cum laude. Brittany Lynn Jenkins, magna cum laude. Anita Ibrahim Giovanni, summa cum laude. Bridget Grace Johnson, magna cum laude. Cara A. Johnson, cum laude. Ruth Elaine Culture, summa cum laude. Laura Ann Kaufman. Adam Bradford Kay. Mortimer Patrick Keene. Matthew Edward Kearney, magna cum laude. Taylor Rebecca Kazarian. Tracy Virginia King. Kirsten Marie Kinney, magna cum laude. Nellie Pauline Knight, cum laude. Travis Coles Knight. Jill Ashley Konigsberg, summa cum laude. Christine Joy Kester, cum laude. Avital Krantz, cum laude. Kirsty Ajoa Cotton. John Martin Lawton, magna cum laude. Bradley Charles Lawrence, summa cum laude. Stephanie Rose Lawrence. Amy Beth Lazarov, magna cum laude. Joanne Lee, cum laude. Nicholas Joseph Lee, cum laude. Catherine Sarah Levine, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Kelsey Levine, magna cum laude. Lauren Alexis Levy. Tara Whitfield Lewis, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Link, magna cum laude. Jessica Claire Long, cum laude. Sarah Virginia Lovett. Lindsay Cassandra Libran, cum laude. Michael Yaron Ma. Shay Aaron McDonald. Kelly Amanda Madigan, summa cum laude. Amy Nicole Malo. Henry Walton Manise. Brionna Michelle Mann, cum laude. Kendall Davis Marston, magna cum laude. Heather Jennifer Mazel, cum laude. Andrew Bennett Maisie, magna cum laude. Ashley Warrington McCall, magna cum laude. Crystal Ruth McCarter. Monica Ann McKeon. Laura Elizabeth McLean, summa cum laude. Titus Lee Steve Meadows, Jr. Virginia Marie Milo, summa cum laude. William Max Myers, cum laude. Elise Ann Michael. Payne Humphrey Midyet IV. Tawny Lee Milam, magna cum laude. Danielle Elizabeth Miller, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Ann Miller, cum laude. Justin Thomas Miller, cum laude. Megan Rose Miller, cum laude. Dixon James Milner. Thomas William Mullen, cum laude. Laura Ann Monaco, magna cum laude. Courtney Marie Montello, magna cum laude. Courtney Lee Moore. Megan Bourne Murray, summa cum laude. Natalie Marie Neese, summa cum laude. John David Namey, cum laude. Alexis Lee Newmark, summa cum laude. Adam Daniel Norris. Jillian Lee O'Connor, cum laude. Allison Marie Odu. Laura Tucker O'Donnell, summa cum laude. Aeon Finian O'Driscoll. Sarah Rebecca Oken, cum laude. Kimberly Ann Oranger. Jessica Lee Pack, magna cum laude. Suhyun Park, magna cum laude. Alexandra Louise Partridge. Carter Ray Pastrick. Timothy Kilt Clifton Pinell, magna cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Pierce, magna cum laude. Victoria Elaine Pieri. Patricia Ruth Clemens, summa cum laude. Shelley Webb Plow, cum laude. Stephanie Helen Poloff, cum laude. Michael Shane Pomerantz. Elizabeth Blair Powers, magna cum laude. Justin Nathaniel Poitras. Catherine Ann Pridgeon, summa cum laude. Allison Beth Prisowitz, magna cum laude. Stephanie Ava Purit. Caitlin Elizabeth Porter Quinn. Louis Adam Rabinowitz, cum laude. Molly Kathleen Riley, cum laude. Melanie Lauren Rhine. Zachary Joseph Reiner, magna cum laude. Abigail Amarette Richards, cum laude. Nicholas Anthony Richardson, cum laude. Jennifer Denise Risper. Laura Cohen Robbins, cum laude. Aubrey Lauren Roberts, summa cum laude. Jan Margaret Hawkins Rogers, magna cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Rotanti, cum laude. Marie Jean Roseboom, magna cum laude. Michael Matthew Rubenstein, cum laude. Emily Evans Ryan, summa cum laude. Taylor Ames Ryer. Laura Michelle Sanger, summa cum laude. Caroline Holland Scally. John Joseph Shear, cum laude. Cynthia Marie Schmidt. Caitlin Joy Schultz. Eric Seth Schwartz. Abigail Lassiter, Rochelle Sharp. Melissa Faye Shearer, magna cum laude. Amanda Ryan Shield, summa cum laude. Robert Walter Siegler, magna cum laude. Emily Beth Silver, summa cum laude. Larry Marvin Simmons. Nicole Elizabeth Sims, cum laude. Anna Michelle Simon, cum laude. Samantha Courtney Sloan. Alyssa Catherine Smith. Jeffrey Cole Smith. Erin Melissa Snow, Pamela Michelle Soberman, magna cum laude. Dalron Jarrell Sped, Michael Luca Sponseller, cum laude. Julia Claire Stadler, magna cum laude. Laura Catherine Katie Stover, cum laude. Marceline Strumpler, summa cum laude. Art Svidler. Carl Drake Davidson Swift. Eleanor Lee Taylor, magna cum laude. Kristen Rochelle Tobin, summa cum laude. Frederica Dale Tompkins, cum laude. Alex Elizabeth Townshend, cum laude. Veronica Rose Tapani. Aubrey Kalir Traver. Megan Christine Trichler. Kristen Maria Suckles. Rebecca Grace Tyrrell, magna cum laude. Stephanie Beatrice Urabi, magna cum laude. Ryan Wesley Vance. Gregory David Vivarito, summa cum laude. Matthew Thomas Walker, cum laude. Sean DeAndrea Walker. Ashley Megan Wallace, cum laude. Jessica Marie Walmsley, cum laude. Karen Elise Wong, magna cum laude. Skylar Jameson Washburn, cum laude. Rachel Grace Weber, cum laude. James William Weekly. Cassandra Ann Wisnowski, cum laude. Allison Evans West. Allison Ann Wilder. Amanda Elizabeth Weil. Jennifer Lee Winikoff, magna cum laude. Christina Diane Worth, cum laude. Andrew Jeffrey Wong, cum laude. Laura Ann Worley. Megan Elizabeth Wright. Jessica Victoria Yen, summa cum laude. Jennifer Jean Zisk, cum laude. Bachelor of Science, December 2008. Joshua Kean Allen. Cassandra Ann Carter. Audra Beth Coben, summa cum laude. Jessica Lee Conway, cum laude. Jessica Ann Demarest. Jared Lamar Fagan. Catherine Thompson Herbert. Jeffrey Lynn Jennings. David Jen Lee, magna cum laude. Miranda Lee, summa cum laude. Amber Lee Lundskog, summa cum laude. Kristen Marie McNutt, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Morris, magna cum laude. Krista Brianna Roth, cum laude. Mary Caitlin Russ, magna cum laude. Madeline Page Tackett, cum laude. Stephen Benjamin Wallace. Chadwick Boyle White, cum laude. Victoria Brooke Williams. Bachelor of Science, August 2008. Allison Jean Kemp, summa cum laude. Andrew Michael Smith, summa cum laude.
As this ceremony is now closing, would you please rise and join Jenna Carpenter of the Blair School of Music in singing Vanderbilt's alma mater, the lyrics of which can be found inside the front cover of your program. I was going to do a duet.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
You should. It'd be great.
As we
Weather permitting, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will join me in a few moments for strawberries and champagne on Bishop's Common. In the meantime, I am entrusted by the university with the privilege of sending you forth to raise up this great world. Wherever you go in your own life journey, may you go with all your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is concluded.